I'm Colleen Bierstein, and as you may know, I'm the creator of the food blog, The Smart Cookie Cook. Now, when people find out that I have a food blog, there's certain reactions I pretty much always get. So you tell people I have a food blog, and some of them are like, oh, that's neat. But then other people are like, oh my god, that's the coolest thing ever. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and address a lot of that stuff now so we can make everybody's lives easier and just get it out there in the open. My age comes up a lot. First of all, I am pretty young to be food blogging. I'm 19, but even worse yet, I look like I'm 16 or 13 to some people, so I get a lot of interesting reactions when they hear I'm 19. So, how old are you? I'm 19. 19? I would have thought you were 13 years old. You don't look like a 19-year-old. Yep, I'm 19. Seriously, I would have never guessed. You look like you're 12. Oh, but don't worry. Someday you'll be really grateful when you're older and people keep telling you you look so young. Yep, I'm sure. Here's a little thing that people don't really seem to understand. If you tell an adult that they look like they're a child, it is just as insulting as telling a 30-year-old that they look like they're 50 or 60. You wouldn't do that, so why would you tell me I look like a 12-year-old? Let's just accept the fact that I am 19 and we can all move on with our lives happily. Now, once I get past that, there's questions that people almost always ask me, certain FAQs, if you want to call it that. One of the big things that people never fail to ask is, what do you do with all that food? I think sometimes people expect me to just be like, I throw it in the yard. But actually, I always let my family try it first. They eat however much they want, and then I either bring it to work to share with my coworkers, or sometimes my dad brings it to where he works to share with his coworkers. It never goes to waste. Then I get a question that has to do with a misconception that people have about thesmartcookiecook.com. I think they see the name and they just assume all I do is cookies. So then they'll ask me, what kind of cookies do you make? This one bothers me just because it lets me know that people aren't paying attention at all, because if you would just read the tagline underneath the Smart Cookie Cook, you would see creative recipes, which lets you know that I don't just make cookies. I make all kinds of food on thesmartcookiecook.com. But so that leads us to, why is my website called The Smart Cookie Cook? I'm a smart cookie who cooks. I'm a smart cookie cook. Then as our conversation goes deeper, people usually learn that I have videos on my website, a new one every single week, and then they ask me, who films those videos for you? Mother Cookie is actually the face behind the camera. My mom is gracious enough to film these videos for me. She takes time out of her own day. God bless her, and I know she kind of hates it, but she really wants me to be successful, so she helps me out in every way that she can. Thanks, Mom! Now, this is where the conversation starts getting deep. They ask me the question, what's your thing? They want to know what makes the Smart Cookie Cook different from everybody else. Now, when people ask me this, I think they expect me to just be like, I make Asian food, or I make all chocolate all the time. I make deep fried everything. The thing about Smart Cookie is that I don't just make pizza or healthy food or side dishes. I make a little bit of everything. Main courses, vegetarian, not vegetarian, side dishes, healthy, not so healthy. Whatever you want, you can find it. But what unifies all the food on Smart Cookie is one thing, and that's the Smart Cookie twist. I bring my creativity to everything that I cook. My recipes are fun, they're imaginative, and they're all doable. You're not gonna find anything super duper complicated or fancy schmancy on Smart Cookie. I'm here to make food for the food lover. So those are some of the common conversation topics and questions that I deal with when I tell somebody I have my own food blog. But you know what? Those people, they're all asking the wrong questions. There's only one question that should be on your mind, and that's, what would the Smart Cookie cook?